Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurube Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Shapadantikam Vande aham Sigurura Sri Juta Pado Kamalam Siguruna Vaishnavancha Sirupam Shagrajatam Shogana Raghunatha Nitam Tam Sajivam Daitam Shabadhutam Parijana Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Shogana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Sri Mate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Patsata Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Siya Daita Gadadhar Sivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karati Pachalam Pungulam Hayati Girim Jatkripa Tamam Vande Paramananda Madhavam Sigurudina Tarinam Sri Chaitanya Isharam Hari Om Tashat. The first of all, I just to pay my humble obeisances to my Guru Maharaj and ISKCON founder Acharya Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada, and also those who are participating to our this Ramayana, the teachings from Ramayana class in YouTube, also Facebook and Zoom session. I just to begging the blessings of these devotees and also pay my humble obeisances to all the devotees. Thank you for everybody that you are coming to this session. Especially is a very important one of the session in Bhagavad Gita that we, Ramayana, that where we can learning so many teachings. Actually, according to the scripture says, the Ramayana is the one of the book, one of the Shastra that where we can learn that what we should do in our material life. And Mahabharata is the that kind of one of the Shastric book that where we should learn what we should not do in our material world. And Bhagavad Gita is one of the book where we can learn that how to lead the life in this material world. So I think so you can remember these three words. The Ramayana is that a book that how to lead a life in this material world that we can learn from the Ramayana. And the Mahabharata we can learn what we should not to do, what is destroying our peace in material world that we can learn from the Mahabharata. And Bhagavad Gita is that kind of book where we can learn that how to utilize ourselves in the material world to become a happy or to make somebody happy. That all the teachings is to giving Bhagavad Gita and Krishna. That's why our main purpose to read, to hearing the pastimes of Ramayana, not for the only the story. Our main purpose to listening the Ramayana's different story to getting some teachings, isn't it? Just like if people are thinking, I'm giving example, when you are just to purchase a 1 liter of milk, you not to think about, oh, I like the milk, that's why I'm taking the milk. You definitely to purchase the milk, the main purpose, I can get the nutrition. That's why you are just to drinking the milk. Same way, we are listening the pastimes, that not means we are just to hearing. We are just to hearing the pastimes. The main purpose that I have to get some teachings where what is really to changing our life. Just like Prabhupada says, everybody going to Holy Dham, like a Vrindavan, Mayapur, Jagannath Puri, but everybody go there for darshan of the deities or do some punya karmas, give some charity, give some Vaishnav seva, taking bath in the Holy Dham, holy river. But Prabhupada said that not the purpose to go to the Holy Dham. The purpose is to go to Holy Dham to changing our consciousness in a spiritualist. We are in mundane consciousness. We are going to Holy Dham for what? To bring some spiritual consciousness. Then that is the perfection to go to the Holy Dham. So with that expectation, with that satisfaction, we are starting this Ramayana class, that what teachings we can get it from the different few of the stories of Bhagavad Gita, the Ramayana. Or Rajesh Prabhu is writing, 100% right, Prabhuji. Yes, I'll be very happy that everybody come to our Zoom and listen the class. Yes, you can YouTube and also Facebook, you can listen. No problem, but best is that you can come to the Zoom and listen. Then that is, it will be more beneficial for you. So yesterday, we are starting the Balakhanda. I read some of the point, starting one of the story, that I will little bit go to the yesterday class. 1 minute I telling the previous episode. The previous class I discussed that one time Valmiki Muni was not very satisfied. Why he is not satisfied? Because he wrote so many books and so many things he's learning, but still he didn't get the peace. In the meantime, he was with his disciple to his hermitage, he was discussing something, but at that point, that Narada Muni was appeared there, and there Narada Muni went appeared, and there that Valmiki Muni just to rise up from the Vaishashana and pay obeisances. And after that, he just to wash the feet of Narada and to giving some prasadam, rest and everything. After that, he asking something, the spiritual question to the Narada. So yesterday we read the story up to that point that he asking some spiritual question. Who is the reservoir of the happiness? Who is the creator of this world? How to going on this world? Everything he was asking. So we are now continuation from after that. The great says Narada, who is able to know everything that happens within the three worlds. The great says Narada. My question is that why Narada's before the world? Why before the Narada Muni's name? Why using the great says? Why great says? We have sometimes to heard the great Valmiki Muni, the great Vaishyadev, the great Narada. Why this kind of personalities name before we using the great? Actually, the greatness is not coming that those who want to become a great. Greatness is coming when you are just to make somebody great. So Narad, why become great? Because Narad never expecting the greatness. Rather, Narad wanted to give some greatness to others. So if you become great, first you become grateful. Why Narad is a great? Because Narad always too grateful to the Krishna. Why Valmiki is great? Because Valmiki Muni is always too grateful to the Ram. So we should learn from the scriptures, if anybody wants to be a great personality or great in this world, then first you have to be a the grateful. Just like in our family, why parents said you are very great boy in my life. Why father mother say that this boy is my very great boy? Because that boy is very grateful to the parents. So we get the teachings from Ramayana that anybody wants to become great, then you have to become the grateful to that person. So the great says Naroda, who is able to know everything that happens within the three worlds. My question is that how Narad Muni, that everything what is happening in the three worlds, before he knew how? Because Narad Muni is totally dedicated to the Krishna. If you are dedicated to the Krishna, then you can understanding the what is happening in future, that you can get to the previous something information, such like my question is, am I one of the example you try to understand? Just like tomorrow is coming to the exam result. That exam result first, who knows all the results? The teachers, all the teacher staffs. But we know we'll know that results tomorrow. But all the teacher staff get the result one day before. Why? Because they are connected to the head teacher or the headmaster. Same way, when we are connected to Krishna or Krishna Bhakti, that time we can get all kinds of information before it is happening. Because Krishna knows everything. Krishna knows everything. That's why Narad Muni knew everything. Why? Because Narada is always dedicated to the Krishna. Replied, O Rishi, there is an illustration king. Replied, Narad replied, O Rishi, Valmiki Rishi, there is an illustrious king by the name of Rama, who has appeared in the royal dynasty of Ikshakshu. Do you know that in Ikshakshu dynasty, one of the great king, Lord Ram, is appeared as the son of Maharaj Dasharath. He is the embodiment of all transcendental qualities and the processor of all the opulence. Rama perfectly controls his senses and is the master of ultimate potencies. So Narad now replied all the questions of the Valmiki. Rama has mighty arms that extended down to his knee, and his throat is marked with the three auspicious lines like those on a canticle. He has high and broad shoulder, a wide chest, a beautifully formed head, a graceful forehead, a powerful jaws, and deeply embedded collarbones. His eyes are large. He is the majestically medium tall in stature, and all his limbs are well formed and systematically. His bodily complexion is dark greenish blue and has a great luster. His intelligence is unfathomable. His manner is grave, and his speech is superb in tone and the eloquence. My question is that my my question is that why Narad Muni just to telling the all kinds of the beauty of the Ram to the Valmiki Muni. This is one of the teachings. If you first to know one of the person, or if you want to remember of the past person, first your mind immediately come to his, immediately to bring his what? Character? No. First you bring his body in your mind. Just like if I am thinking, oh, Krishna is great, Krishna is that, Krishna is the this, then first what you will do? First you will bring the picture of Krishna in our mind. As soon as the Krishna's picture is coming to our mind, immediately after that going to the character. So if you not to bring a person figure in your mind and heart, you cannot to go to his character. So that's why Narad wanted to give the idea of Rama, first giving the figure appearance elaboration. So this is the teachings. When you will just to speak something about Krishna or anything to the general public, first you have to say who is Krishna, how to look at, what is look like that, everything you have to discuss. After that, you will go to the character. Just like when you will go to the, for the, what is like a marriage proposal thing. First, you will see what is the lady's character or what is the boy's character that. Now, first we are how to look at that girl, how to look at that boy. After that, we go to the character. That's why Narad Muni first to giving the the figure appearance of Ram, how to look at that. Then Valmiki Muni can remind it that how to look at the Rama. So Ram, shoulder is very high, chest is broadened, forehead is so broadened, face is so smiling, body is so greenish. Greenish. My question is that we know that Bhagavan Krishna's body is black. That I before any other class I explained that why Krishna's body is black. But my second question: why Ramchandra's body's color is greenish, dark greenish? Why? Anybody can say or write in those who are listening in a Facebook. Why Ram body's color is greenish? Why he looks like a green? Just like we know why Krishna is black. Krishna's body is black. Why? Like a western side, when the cloud is accumulate, that color is Krishna. So why Krishna, Bhagavan Ram is bluish, greenish color? Why? Anybody can say? You see, why Bhagavan Ramchandra's color is green? The greenish blue, and writing the dark greenish blue. So why greenish color? Because Ramchandra is just to showing the pastime how to be the perfect husband or a perfect king in the family member in the society. So society is like a color of society is the position of a like a looks like a one of the garden. Understand? Because a society or a family is like a one of the garden. There is a different types of flower, but everybody in that garden standing with their different color. But you can see the just if you go to the paddy field, you will see down is down, there is a very muddy, dusty, and so many like a rubbish things. But on the top, it looks like a green, totally fresh. But if you look at the root of the tree, on the top you can see fresh. Just like yesterday I went to the Govardhan Parikrama. I saw all the leaves of the Govardhan look so fresh and so like a shiny and so greenish, looks so nice. But when I look at the down, it is totally muddy, so many garbage, so many things, because few days was only the rain. So Ramchandra is showing us, when you are coming to the family life, maybe there is so many troubles, so many problems, so many things going on in your mind, but you have to maintain your family life with a smiling and shiny face. That's why Ramchandra looks like a green. See, he looks like that. We have to be ever fresh. Whatever going on inside, this is the meaning of life. Maybe in our life is going on so many things, but we should not to explain to everybody, because everybody not understand my mind. So you have to be like that, the green, like a grass or plants like it. Their down is so many things is going on, but on the top is they are very fresh and everything. So what is going on in our heart, that we should not to think about. We should expose him to the other person that I am doing. So always be smiling. What is going on in your inside? You should not explain to everybody, because everybody not to understand your heart. That's why you'll always to smiling. Because life means that you want to be to everybody in front of the everybody's face. You should be smiling. Because you see, as soon as you become look gloomy or upset, people are thinking, why upset? Maybe family some problem. Maybe husband is not good. Maybe wife is not good. Maybe children is not good. Maybe they have some problem. Maybe they are not a good karmas. So people are thinking all the negativity. That's why you are in front of the people showing your bad side. Rather, you always in front of the people showing your good side. Just like when Ramchandra was in exile in 14 years, he was crying anywhere. Oh, I am so upset for the following the father word. Now I am walking in the street and sleeping on the throne. It was so bad situation. Ramchandra thought, if I am saying this kind of things to the people, people not understand my heart. Rather, I should be very happy, smiling to the people. That's it. If you are in front of the people, become happy and very nice face, then people think about your. But as soon as you are become upset and gloomy face, people started to finding your faults. Why you are upset? People not to think about positive, that you can upset for maybe family problem. People upset, maybe I did a mistake in my life. That's why I'm upset. Maybe I doing some wrong things. That's it. That's why I'm upset. This is the nature of the human being. That's why always in front of the people, you're always very smiling, always very happy. Understand? Just like we can see the Krishna. Krishna's heart is so sorrow, na? He was living the Radharani and 100 years in where? In Dwarka. But Krishna not to show his face that he is an upset. Because if Krishna is showing, then people will criticizing the Krishna. That's why we should learn in our material life. You should always be happy. Always be happy. Always be happy. Because whatever things is going on in our life, everything is our previous karma. Everything is predestined. So nothing else happened. Nothing is happened from now. Everything is happening from before. So I am now unhappy. It was selected by my previous karma. It is not present karma. That's why If you are in now in bed, you are thinking it is my previous karma. If you want to be happy, then you think about your present, because your happiness is going to the take the next life. If you want to become happy, then you have to concentrate in present life. Now come the Ramayana story. Lord Ram has a supremely pure character and is a follower of true religious principle. Lord Ram has a supremely pure character. So a person become a good person if his character is good. And that's why English word says, money loss, nothing loss. Health loss, something loss. Character loss, everything loss. That's why if you, Prabhupada also say, if you want to be a good devotee, first you have to be a good gentleman. First you not to try to become good devotee. First you try to be a good gentleman. That's why if you have a good character and is a follower of true religious principle. So this is one of the good line. If you want to be a pure character of a good character, then you have to follow the true religious. But if you are following the false religion, then your character not to be good. So this is the teachings. Just like your association should be nice, your religion, following the principle of religious should be nice, then your character will be good. Just like we can giving example. If you want to be very beautiful, what do? You want to be a fresh, greenish, and very, all the fresh things you want to eat. Because if you think, if I take the fresh things, then my mind, my face, my body, everything will be fresh. If I take something still things, then my body, everything is become spoiled. So same like, if you associate with the fresh person, the fresh minded people, then your character also be very fresh and clean. That's why Narada say, if you are following the Rama, then your life will also become pure character. He is full of self-realization and is the upholder of Varnashram Dharma. Truly, he is the support of the entire universe. He is simultaneously the destroyer of all the foes and only the shelter for those who are fully surrendered. Here is one very good word we can get the teachings. Krishna, Ram is destroyed everything in the world, but Ram is saving to that person, those who are taking the shelter to his lotus feet, taking the shelter to his lotus feet. So we can get from this word that those who are taking the shelter of the lotus feet of Ram, he is always in safety situation. But those who are not to take the shelter of Lord Ram, his life is very miserable. Life is very miserable. We can get the example of Draupadi. Draupadi, as how much time he is not to take the shelter of Krishna, that much time he was in miserable situation, because everybody is smiling, everybody is criticizing, and Dushashan is pulling the shari. But as soon as that Draupadi took the shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna, immediately Krishna is saving his all kinds of from all kinds of problems. So it is the teachings for us. As soon as you are take the shelter of Lord Ram or Krishna, that much time you are very safety position. You are in safety position. Then come next. He is fully conversant with the use of all weapons. He possesses unflinching determination and is a genius with the unfailing memory. Indeed, his learning is without bounds. He is wise, compassionate, and heroic in the battle. He is loved by all the creatures and the impartial words towards friends and foes alike. He is grave like an ocean. So we can get the teachings from the Lord Ram that if you want to be a if you want to be a good devotee, then you should make your character is like that. Even the foes and your well-wisher, both of them are love you, and that is only the way. If you are following the process, then everybody like you. If you become spiritual, if you not become spiritual, then everybody don't like you. But when as soon as you become spiritual, that time you see your enemy also like you, your friends also like you. So Lord Ram is a so spiritual. That's why all classes of people are liked. That's why in this world, people want to be very famous or popular in a material world. That's why they try to be a doctor, they try to become an engineer, good looking, whatever. But with that things, they cannot to become, the famous to everybody's heart. But we can see when a person become spiritual, that time everybody love. Just like Srila Prabhupada. Everybody likes Prabhupada. Why? Prabhupada is love to Krishna. So this is the teachings from us. If we want to be favorable for everybody, if we want to be near and dear to everybody, then we first make ourselves in spiritual. Then everybody like us. But as soon as we are in material consciousness, people don't like us. Because when we are in material consciousness, that time we are in discriminate. But when as much as we are become spiritual, that much we are go out from the discrimination. Because a discriminate person cannot to conquer the heart of everybody's. That you should remember it. A discriminate mentality people never can conquer the heart of everybody. A spiritual person is always in beyond the discrimination. That's why he is lovable to everybody. Understand? Hare Krishna. He is sorry, and he is a grave like an ocean. Bhagavan Ramchandra is so grave like an ocean. In fortitude, he is like the Himalayan mountains. In strength, he is like a Lord Vishnu. In beauty, he is like the moon. In forbearance, he is like the earth. In anger, he is like the fire that blazes from forth at the time of universal destruction. In wealth, he is like the Kubera, and in devotion, he is like a Dharma, the Lord of righteousness. Narada then briefly described to Valmiki the pastimes of Lord Ramchandra. He concluded by telling him that this same Lord Ram now rules over his subjects in a most righteous and exemplary manner. Then my question is that why Narad Muni first starting the story about the Lord Ram to the Valmiki Muni? Why is first to explain the Lord Ram physical appearance and how he is? This is one of the teachings and to preaching teachings for us. Whenever you wanted to say something to somebody, that time first you will tell his character and his appearance. Then people can easily to access that person into his mind. Just like if I say, Putana is very beautiful, Putana is very good girl, this and that. But I don't know who is Putana, where is Putana born, how to look at. Let's say this is the teachings. if we want to know the Krishna, if we want to be a devoted to Krishna, if we want to be the devotee of Ram, if we want to be the followers of Ram, first you have to know the Ram. If you don't know the Ram, you not to become the Rama's devotee. Just like if you don't know a person, you never become his friend or enemy, anything you can't. But as soon as you know him, that must you become near and dear to him. That's why Valmiki Muni thought, Narada thought, if I tell the pastimes of in front of the Valmiki about the Ram, first I have to give the understanding that who is Ram and how to look at the Ram and what is the character of Ram. So this is the teachings for us, also for our life. If we want to be present to someone, say I am this, that, then I have to be a good character, the good, like a behavior, the good, my voice, the good, my consciousness, then people easily to accept my philosophies, but my speech. So this is the teachings. If you are telling some stories to Krishna, Prabhupada, or ISKCON, or whatever, first you have to give the brief about that person or about that organization. Just like you are first time to giving the lecture to anybody about ISKCON, but people don't know what do you mean ISKCON, what is ISKCON. Then first you will 5-10 minutes say about this ISKCON. Just like if you are unknowing person, tell something about Krishna, then you first to know about the Krishna. Just like a girl when going to the marriage to bring in front of the bridegroom, first her father, mother, what they are doing? They first to introduce the girl. She is like a Sita Devi. She is complete the graduation. She can cook very nicely. She's one of the good singer. She's can decorating the Lord dressing very nicely. She can cook very nicely. This kind of word, when as soon as they are saying, then people can understand, oh, this is that girl. So this is the teachings for us. If you want to know somebody very nicely, first you have to know his character, his life, his everything. Narada then briefly described to Valmiki the pastimes of Lord Rama. He concluded by telling him that this same Lord Ram now ruled over the subject in a most righteous and exemplary manner. He explained that during the region of Lord Rama, no one would suffer from any disease or mental disturbance. Everyone within the Rama's kingdom would be happy and prosperous, never fearing thieves, scarcity, or hunger. All the cities and villages would be filled with the abundance grains, fruits, vegetable, and milk products. Indeed, the people would experience the same degree of piety and happiness that was exhibited during the Satya Yuga. There would be no natural disturbance like floods, earthquakes, and famine, and all the women would be chaste and never suffer with widowhood. Lord Ramchandra will rule over the earth in this way for 11,000 years before returning to his supreme abode in the spiritual sky, Vaikuntha. The Narada is now telling about Bhagavan Ram to Valmiki. My question is that why Ramchandra's time everybody not suffering scarcity, no diseases, nothing? Why? Because Ramchandra was a very pure-hearted person. Pure-hearted person, and without any discrimination. Just like if you are just to cook the rice in a one of the muddy inside the muddy water, then your rice color will be muddy. But if you are boil the rice in a clean water, your rice will be fresh and white. Same. If you are under the guidance of under the guidance of a king, spiritual master or counselor, if his consciousness is good, if his character is good, if his the mental situation is good, then your character also be good. Your nature should be also good. But if those who you are follow, that person is contaminated, then you also be contaminated. That's why Ram is so nice, so good personality. That's why his time, his region is no any sufferings, disturbance, nothing. That's why we are sometimes say, I am come to the in my husband life, he is not happy. Actually, that is not the problem of him, problem of me. Maybe I am something wrong. That's why he not good. That's why as much as if you want to be make it good around surrounding yours, that much fast you have to be a good. Just like I'm giving example, in your home is so like a disabled, dirty, and you are always to say, oh, I don't like it. My house, all the side around surroundings is so dirty, so nasty. I don't like it. I, I don't want to stay here. Actually, the dirtiness, this nastiness is not created by others. It is for your laziness. If you want to clean them, if you want to organize them, if you want to make them very nicely, then nothing become like that. Nothing become like that. It is always to be neat and clean. But as much as you want to be just to look at that it is nasty, this and that much it will be like that. So surroundings your side is not good. It is not their problem. It is your problem. Understand? Just like I am thinking, such example, I'm giving example. Maybe your children is stomach problem. You're thinking, why stomach problem? I don't like this, that. Actually, the child stomach problem is not for him. Problem of you. You didn't give the prasad proper time. That's your child to take the chips, oily chips. That's why she's now in dysentery or loose motion. So it is not the problem of child. It is the problem of mother. Because mother not to give the food in on time. That's why child is eating some unwanted and some nasty things. So same way, my surroundings is bad, not the reason for them. My surroundings is bad because I not to a good consciousness. That's why I'm staying with them. But if I want to be surroundings is good, then if my mind is good, then my surroundings never become bad. My surroundings always become good. Just like a neat and cleaner person never wear dirty clothes. No, why? Because she's always want to be clean. That's why she never wear the dirty clothes. Even his surroundings never see the dirty. Same way. If you are want to be clean, if you want to be fresh, if you want to be like a peaceful, then your surroundings you always to see that every time is peaceful. Why not? Bhagavan Ram time, nobody is suffer, nobody is distress, nobody is disturbance, nobody is diseases. Because Narad always to Bhagavan Ram is always to concentrate. That's why. But if Ram not to concentrate the Ayodhya's people, then they suffer. So we can get the example for teachings we can get on our life. Our life is coming to disturbance, problem, and whatever things, not by others. It is my laziness and it is my, the ignorance, or it is my, what I say, what we can say, my negligence. Why I am not spiritualist? By negligence. Why I am not spiritualist? My laziness. Why we can't chant properly, concentrately? My negligence. Because when I'm chanting, that time I'm thinking others. I'm using mobile. I'm using that. That's why I can't concentration. Understand? Japa is not a problem. Problem, you can't concentrate. So that is your problem. Japa is no problem. Understand? After satisfying the inquiry of Valmiki Muni, which was for the benefit of the three worlds, Sri Narad again took up his troubles, spreading the glories of Supreme Lord. Here is one teachings for us. A saintly person and a devoted person always to go to someone live for that much time, as much as time is not to get the right way. As soon as he is getting the right way to continue his life, you will come back to your position again. Always to remember this word. I'm again go to the deeper. If you want to be happy in your life, when somebody is in happy time, you don't stay there. If you want to be happy in your life, you stay with the people when in bad situation. You see, Narodhani saw that Valmiki Muni is in distress situation. That time Narad appeared and to give the answer and try to clean up the heart and to give the solid answer. Now Valmiki is totally satisfying, happy. Immediately Narad is disappeared. Again go back to his job. Go job. You see, sometime in our life, the problem is creating, when we are staying with the person in the good time. But when in bad time you stay, that time nothing is happening. So a devoted person always to remember it. I should not to stay with the people when they are in good situation. Rather, I go to the person life when he is in distressful situation. Why? Because write it this sentence. A people can give you respect and value in his distress time or his like a problematic time. But when a people in happiest time, he is not to give the value like the unhappiness time. Because happiness time, people behavior become rude. And the distress time, people behavior becomes submissive. That time they can give you value. But happiness time, people are not to give you value. Rather, their behavior changes. That's why one word says, when why Krishna is giving to sufferings and the happiness to the devotee's life simultaneously. Why? In the Krishna is watching the devotee's life happiness time, testing his character. And distress time is to check up his tolerance. Because when people become happy, that time his behavior or like a mood and motion become rough and tough. And when people become distressful situation, that time Krishna take the taste of patience. Because distress time people can't hold the patience. That's always to understand. Krishna take the two time in two different taste. Happiness time taste your character and behavior, and distress time is to take the taste of your passions. Understand? So you see, Naroda, as soon as satisfied with the question of Valmiki Muni, and Valmiki Muni is happy, immediately go back to his job. Same way, you also to following up your family life also. As a parents, your duty to grown up the children. Okay, The children is now adult. They can settle down. They can income and continuous life. You try to what? You try to exile. The slowly detach from their life. But still, when you are wanted to holding them, then started the fighting, started the distress. But as your duty to grown up the children, settle down the children, finish, then you try to slowly go out their life. Then you are happy, they will respect you, and you also to give them respect. But after they are come to the position, still you want to stay there, then they started to neglecting, started to criticizing, started to torturing, started to mentally harass you. That we can see in modern days. See, that's why our Vedic literature said, Pancha Shuddha Banedya. After 50 years, or when your children is grown up, slowly you detach from the family life, you can go to the Holy Dham, you stay, then they are happy, you are also happy. That's why anything in a happiness time, don't try to hold it, rather leave it. But distress time, you try to hold it. Because distress time or the problematic time, people can give you the value. But happiness time, people never can give you the value. They are finding your faults. Understand? So this is the teachings of from the Ramayana that Narad Muni, as soon as to satisfy the question of Valmiki, immediately he left the place. Again, he took up his troubles and spreading the glories of Supreme Lord. So when you go to the preaching to the devotee's house, after complete his quest, you are just little take prasad, then leave it. But you, as much as you are trying to stay with them, immediately there are so many problems and so many distressful situation is coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai, Siya Ram Lakshman Hanuman Ji Maharaj ki jai. So I'm little bit go to the brief. What we learned today in our class, the concluding. We learned today that if you want to discuss about to somebody's life, first you have to give the character, behavior, and figure appearance of the person. First you have to explain. If you wanted to say something for somebody, okay, what type of character, how to look at, what dynasty, from whose lineage is coming, this kind of things you have to say. Second things we are learning that second thing we are learning that if you want to happy to everybody, then first you have to happy first. If you're not happy, if you're not like a rich, you cannot to make another person and rich and happy. Lord Ram is happy and he is rich. That's why he can reach to others and to make to happiest to others. Another thing we are learning today in our class, that you will stay to somebody's life as much he is in distress situation or in a problematic situation. As soon as he's just to overcome his distress and problematic situation, you slowly try to coming out from his life. Then your position always be nice. But still they are in good position. You try to stay with them like a glue. Then you have to suffer so many things. So many things. So this kind of things we are learning today our class. So I think so that will help your also present life and also spiritual life. So I should stop here. Anybody has any question, please, you can write it, your Facebook comments or YouTube. I'll try to give the answer. Go to the English class. Anybody, any question? Those who are English devotees are listening to understanding the English. If you have any question, you can write it. And I said that you can follow my another, the Facebook, there is more than 2 million of people are following. There every day. We are now starting to Ramayana, teachings from the Ramayana class. Every Saturday and Sunday, the timing, the 7 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time, 7 p.m. Now you can check your country time. What time is it your? If it is Indian 7 p.m. Any question? Okay, if you have no question, then shall we stop? Anuprabhu, do you have any question?
No, Prabhu. I'm happy with what you said.
Any comments?
It was a good comments you gave, Prabhu, especially with the meaning of how Ram, why is green, and also because it's not much. No, normally when we hear lectures and discourse, we don't get that information why Ram is green, and it's quite nice. Yes, first time I hear that.
Thank you so much. That why Bhagavan Ram is green. And another thing is that a green can do one thing, to cover all the dirty things. That's why if you become the devotee of the Ram, then your all kinds of dirty things will be covered by the Ram. Just like when you go to the nature, that time all kinds of our obstacles, problems, everything we can forget it. So Bhagavan Ram is that kind of personality. When you will go to his lotus feet, my all kinds of distress and problems, everything is like a cover. Thank you. It's okay. Today we'll stop. Again, we'll come to the next week on Saturday, 7 p.m. Indian IST time. You can join and come to the class. Or those who are come to the class directly in the Zoom, you please to write to my WhatsApp. I'll give you the Zoom ID and password. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai, Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Pramanande, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.